I actually think that Doug Ford is actually going to win the leadership race. I think he's going to be the next leader of the Ontario PC Party. I don't want to jinx it. I mean, I have to be knock on wood. I shouldn't even say that because I believe in the power of the jinx. I don't want to jinx it. But I think people in Ontario, conservatives in Ontario, are angry like you never seen. I think they want someone who will tip over the table, who will just shove it to the establishment. I mean, they are ready for some serious, serious surgery on this province. They want this province to be put back on top, and they don't want someone who is a meek and mild conservative, who is afraid of being a conservative, who is a red Tory. They want a real populist guy in there. One thing I like about the Fords, they are one of the few politicians who actually give out their phone number. So even if you don't agree with Doug Ford on everything, you might not agree with his style, you might not agree with his personality, you might not agree with everything he says, but at least if he were to become prime minister, he would be one of the first prime ministers you would have a direct line to. So you could express yourself to him, you could express your concerns, your issues, and he would listen to you. I mean, I've talked to him before. He called me, he left a message on my voicemail. I actually didn't expect him to call me back. I told him in the text. In fact, I made a video a few days ago where I said he should run for premier. And shortly after that, I sent him a text stating the reasons why he should run. And the very next day, he ran. I mean, I'm not going to take credit for it. I'm not that arrogant. But then he called me, and I even told him in the text, you don't have to call me back, Doug. I know how busy you are. I know how, people like you who leave out their number, you'll have every drunken fool out there who will call you, talk your ears off, and I don't expect him to call me, but he called me back, so that's it. But that's one of the things. So that's one of the reasons why I'm also saying, vote for Doug Ford for leader. If you're not a member of the PC party, get a membership and vote for Doug Ford. If you don't agree with him on 50% of his thing, at least you will have a direct line to Doug Ford and you can talk to him and that's it. But there are a lot of people who are falling into the Christine Elliot Kool-Aid drink. Now, Christine Elliot, I respect her. I actually supported her in the last Ontario PC race against Patrick Brown. I always knew Patrick Brown was no good. Everybody was all, oh, Patrick Brown, oh. I knew he was trouble from the day I laid eyes on him. But there's one thing you have to understand about Christine Elliot. She is trying to become the leader of the Ontario PC party to defeat the Kathleen Wynne government on the one hand, and on the other hand, she's working for Kathleen Wynne's government. She's actually working for Kathleen Wynne's government. She's an employee of Kathleen Wynne. She works for Kathleen Wynne. Look it up. What kind of conservative would vote for someone who is working for the worst government in Ontario history? The worst. And she's working for Kathleen Wynne voluntarily and wholeheartedly. On one hand, she's on about she wants to be Ontario PC. I'm Ontario PC. I want to be the next leader. And right, she's working for she's still working for Kathleen Wynne, earning big money. Kathleen Wynne is her boss. So why would anybody want to vote for someone who's working for Kathleen Wynne? Kathleen Cowpertwaite, Jezebel Wynne's government. What kind of conservative would do that? You serious? I'm not voting for anybody who is working for Kathleen Wynne's government. I don't care what you're doing. don't care what the hell you're doing. I mean, let's put it this way. If you were a doctor then, or a nurse, or you were putting mail in the mailbox, that's one thing. That's one thing. But you're the director of one of Kathleen Wynne's organizations in her government. I mean, you gotta be, that's just as bad as being an MPP. You must be mad. She has meetings with Kathleen Wynne every day, the woman probably does. She's working for Kathleen Wynne in a high position, very up there, making huge dollars. It's not like she's a mail lady. It's not like she's a nurse. It's not like she's a teacher. She's working high up in the Kathleen Wynne government. She works for Kathleen Wynne. Kathleen Wynne is her boss. But she wants me to vote for her? You must be out of your damn mind. And people say, oh, but you live in Oshawa. You live in the Durham region. And Christine Elliott is in the Durham. I don't care if she's my neighbor. I ain't voting for her. I don't care if she was sleeping on my floor. I wouldn't vote for her. I don't care if she was in this room right now. I would not vote for her because she works for Jezebel. And I'm not voting for anybody who works that closely with Jezebel. Jezebel meaning Kathleen Wynne. And I think she's worse than the Jezebel in the Bible. Why would I want to vote for someone like that? I've already talked about Caroline Mulroney. She's the female version of Patrick Brown. All the people who supported Patrick Brown wholeheartedly, I'm not talking about in the beginning, even after the whole thing where he was shutting out social conservatives, and when he was talking about carbon tax, those guys who no matter what Patrick Brown did, they loved him. Those same people are now going for Caroline Mulroney. And I can take one good look. I don't trust Caroline Mulroney. And I don't trust the people around Caroline Mulroney too. Some of the people who work, not leaders in the party, not people. I'm talking not candidates in the party. I'm talking about some of the people who are my age, who I know, who I don't name names, who are all in for Caroline Mulroney. No. They got establishment written all over them. They've got elitist brat written all over. Hell no to Caroline Mulroney. So I won't talk about. But Christine Elliott might just become the Ontario PC leader. Are y'all out of your damn mind? You conservatives, you must be crazy if you think I am going to support Christine Elliott, who works for Kathleen Wynne. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Christine Elliott ain't not getting my endorsement. I've already endorsed Doug Ford anyways, it doesn't matter. She works for Kathleen Wynne in a high government job voluntarily and wholeheartedly. She doesn't have to work that job. She could work somewhere else. She has her own law business. She can do whatever she wants. She's working, and that's why I'm so surprised that Christine Elliott is actually in this race. I'm surprised because I thought she was working for the government. I thought she turned liberal. She accepted the job about a year ago, I think. So what the hell now is she doing in the PC party, saying she wants to take away Kathleen Wynne's government, but she's working for Kathleen Wynne? If I was Kathleen Wynne, and Kathleen Wynne's a smart lady. I mean, she's not like the Mac Daddy, who's dumb as a pile of rocks. I mean, she's a smart lady. Kathleen Wynne is pretty smart. You have to be smart to win an election when you're extremely unpopular. She is going to make commercials, and she's going to say that Christine Elliott wants to run against me, but currently she is working for me. She works for my government. She's making millions of dollars off of my government. Christine, you can't have it both ways. That's going to be the mantra. That's going to be Kathleen Wynne. You're going to see that on bumper stickers. You're going to see that on lawn signs. You're going to see that on T-shirts. Kathleen Wynne is going to say, Christine, you can't have it both ways. You can't work for my government and make millions of dollars on my government on one hand and then say you want to get rid of my government. You can't have it both ways, honey. Honey, you can't have it both ways. That's not how it works. You can't have it both ways. It's him, him, him. What's she gonna do about him? She's gonna have to do without him. Or do without me, me, me. No one gets to get it for free. You can't have it both ways, Christine. It's either Kathleen Wynne or the Ontario PC Party. It's either us or it's her. Her, her, her. That's it. This is the Arana Nation.